Welcome back, my pugnant little friends. We are here for the Raintime Part 3. Right after these. Welcome back to the Raintime Part 3. Now, every Saturday, I find it wonderful to re-meet with you guys. I appreciate all the views and the loves and the likes and the shares and the comments. You guys are amazing. So let's hop into it, why don't we? Slowly, silently searching, a gray SUV glides down the street. As he overtakes me, I cast a glance through the window at the driver, who's in his 40s, eyes glued to his navigation system. This guy's gonna whack our hero, right? He slowed down to no more than a crawl, his exhaust fumes bringing tears to my eyes. Then he rolls open the window and sticks out his head. "Excuse me, you happen to know Westwood Grove?" he calls out in my direction. I feel an irrational urge to run, but manage to suppress it. He's probably gonna eat you, man. He's probably gonna eat you. "Westward Grove?" I ask, with a thoughtful face. "Are you sure? That can't be right. This is Rybury." The man frowns. "It should be around here somewhere. Isn't it behind those houses?" He points towards a cul-de-sac. "Come on, sir. I've been living here for 19 years, I reply in mock indignation. "You're not going to convince me you know this place better than I do," I add. "I just drive to Abbotsford." It's a strange place. "I think they have a grove over there somewhere, though I'm not sure if it leads westward. Don't you have a GPS or something?" Yo, my dude's ignorant as hell. "I do," he groans. "It's just that it's not working very well." The guy's an asshole. Without even thanking me, he rolls up his window and takes off. A minute later, he's disappeared from sight entirely. An awkward cry escapes my mouth. My hands are trembling. I'm tense, exhilarated, but as I approach the liquor store, I also feel a very slight sensation of remorse. I try to forget about the poor man, who will probably be driving around for quite a while longer. Yes. I hope you guys are enjoying my black and white new attire. Kind of like it this way. They keep the expensive bottles near the front counter, the cheaper ones at the back. I'd be at the back. It conveys a subtle distrust towards the customer. But then again, alcoholics can't be the easiest class of patrons to entertain. Whoa, look at that. That's pretty nice. "Can I help you?" a sullen voice calls out as I pass the counter. "Just browsing." That voice, I can sense it following me. I continue further into the store, past the special offers, until I'm out of reach. But it pursues, swirling around me, watching my every move. It has a suspicious, demanding tone, as if it wants me out as quick as possible. It's kind of fucked up. Probably thinks I'm a shoplifter of some kind. I return to the front as calmly as possible, picking up one of the special offers in passing, a synthetic, domestically produced rum with a pirate ship printed on the label. I place it as an offering before the voice. "That's $18.95, it hums, audibly appeasing. "Is it a gift?" "Yes," I respond, or I reply nervously. As it wraps the bottle in shiny wrapping paper, I can't help but let out a silent chuckle. It isn't a gift at all, or perhaps a gift to myself. I exit the store with the finely wrapped bottle under my arm, and as I walk home, it's as if I'm on my way to a birthday party. Yeah, a drunken birthday party, because this dude drinks more than I do. Not that I drink a lot. 1848. That's just great. A modern, brightly lit kitchen. She must be in her late 40s, with a charming southern accent. I uncork the bottle and bring it to my mouth, carefully pouring the liquid into me until I break the flow. A tingling sensation gushes through my throat, strong at first, but diminishing steadily until nothing remains but a fickle glow. Using my tongue, I rub the stinging fluid up against my mucous membranes and all along my gums. Then I swallow. A jolt. Everything's much sharper. A fat man with an annoying voice has come on. Disappeared in 39. Would you like two balls? Are you sure? This is some weird shit. The room fills with sharp applause that ricochets off my eardrums painfully. I scramble to find the remote. A woman is walking on the beach. She looks happy, but she's not overly pretty. The shot moves in on her face, and she smiles. Involuntarily, I catch myself smiling too, and I unclench my jaw quickly. A wholesome voice recites an advertising slogan. It's as if nature's forcing me into mediocrity. A numb, almost death-like state of being that dominates the history of our kind, save for a few scarce exceptions. Snap out of it is nature's mantra, and maybe I should snap out of it. The warm glow spreads out from my throat, through my esophagus, into my stomach, and onwards from there to the rest of my body. The last daylight is shining through the window. The room's filled with the scent of rum, a cozy fragrance with a hint of purifying ethanol. And my cat's trying to jump out of the damn window like a nut job. Good luck jumping from the second story, cat. It helps me to act normally, to act socially. It dilutes my talents, makes me as stupid as the rest. But there's nothing to it, because that's not the real me doing those things. If only I could come out as myself one day, with clear senses and a clear mind. Aggressive tremors surging through my left thigh. I jump up, spilling rum all over the mattress, and take the phone from my pocket. It keeps on buzzing, for minutes on end. What in the hell is he eating? I think my cat is eating a mosquito? That's weird. But the thought of talking to another person sends violent spasms of anxiety through my nervous system. You see, when I tell people text me, don't call me, this is how I feel. But it's about phone calls over texting. I could text forever, whoever, whatever reason. But phone calls, I just don't like it. And meeting people and hanging out with people, I just get mass anxiety. I wonder if I'm the only one who feels like that. I can't be the only person in the world. I mean, well, except for this guy. His whole life's screwed. I toss it under my bedsheet, where the mattress absorbs the vibrations and the blankets muffle the sound. I change the channel. You know, if there weren't any alcohol, I'd have come up with something profound by now. But it thins the paint, like turpentine, so that only watery colors remain. No deep reds or blacks, just safe, pasty pastels. And the pieces come out dull and inoffensive, like the stuff you'd hang in an office space. It dumbs me down, makes me boring and gentle, like everyone else. Nobody paints with the deep blue of the ocean anymore. Outside, it's started raining again. Or maybe it's just my imagination. It doesn't really matter. 1848. That's great. I swear, I'm telling you, this dude needs Alcoholics Anonymous. I really do. I'm awoken by a persistent itch that consumes my entire body. For a while, I try to suppress the urge to scratch, but it keeps lingering playfully at the edge of my consciousness, occasionally sending sharp spikes of pain into my nervous system that makes me quiver in agony. It's too much to ignore. I scratch my skin furiously until I feel blood coming out. Then I crumple up my shirt into a ball and proceed to rub it over my irritated body until I'm numb all over. I had an itch like that once. It was in the back of my heel. I didn't draw blood or anything. I rescue my phone from the bed linen, reassured to see the batteries dead. The floor is a carpet of empty beer cans, soaked in pale sunlight that filters through the window. And I know it's beautiful, in a naturalistic way, but I'm not in the mood to acknowledge it. Later, when I look back, I'll probably realize how much good this period has done me, or something banal like that. I turn on the TV, where a man in a white shirt is discussing tort reform. The sound's muted. I change channels for a while and pass news bulletins and infomercials. There's always something off about daytime TV, like how the programming's so much brighter than at night. The overexposed studios and beaming hosts are all pale and oversaturated. Everything's so clean and light. Why can't anything be dark anymore? I continued channel surfing for a long time until I land on a program that offers my hungover eyes some rest. But it's too late. She enters again. Her hands, her cotton blouse. She's beautiful, like when I first saw her. But the more I think of her, the more that comes along. I can hear the voices again. Matt's excited shouts, the dance music, the flashing lights. It's interconnected, overpowering, rushing through my head, coming at me now that I'm at my weakest. I want to isolate her from all of the noise, to cut her out and save her for myself alone. But everything's so light, so out in the open. Sometimes it's better to hide things in darkness, to cast a light only on what's more important. As the tears fall, they draw a trail of fiery self-pity down my cheeks. I strike myself in the, what the fuck? What is wrong with this guy? Come on, man. Gotta toughen up. Don't let no chick bring you down. I turn off the TV and crawl under the covers. If I go to sleep now, I might wake up when it's dark again. He sounds depressed. With a loud thud, the bottle hits the floor. And as I fall into a deep, long sleep, a bright beam of sunlight inches its way towards me. When the light reaches my chest, it submerges me in a pale white glow. The rustling of fields sounds. Sorry, it's really hard to read. There's a glare on my laptop. The rustling of fields sounds softly in the distance. Got that. It's mild outside, like the first day of spring. A soothing breath of wind. And on that day, balancing on the verge of consciousness, I cross a certain numinous border for the first time. Ooh, pretty. I'm miles away from my room in Ryberry. The sun's shining through a sky of scattered clouds that drift by gently, bestowing upon the rays of light of movement like falling grain. There's no one here. No people, or schedules, or libraries. In this state, I no longer act or rationalize. All I truly do is perceive. I've lost myself. Time is frozen. There's nothing here. Nothing but a light that shines with the gleam of flourishing wheat. A sensation, an embrace. The maternal warmth of a realm of golden grain. I wonder if he's tried LSD. I kind of want to try it. Just to say I did it. I'm afraid I might jump out a window because I've seen like psycho stuff. Alright, here we are. Part 3, Land Reclaimed. Chapter 2 is pretty short. We'll go a little longer. See what we come up with. I feel something soft, like whiskers, brushing up against my cheek. The world's regaining its hold on me. The dream evaporates. Her fragrance, the strands of chestnut hair, slowly fade away. That is really pretty though. Bye-bye, dream. Bye-bye. I awaken, as from a coma, drenched sheets clinging to my body. In a frenzy, I feel around for a piece of dry fabric, but it's all wet, as if the linen had melted into a vicious bog that's slowly pulling me under. Everything from the last days must have seeped into it. I right myself. The room's in a state of utter chaos. Bottles, clothes, library books are scattered amongst the rubbish. The books, they must have multiplied unnoticingly. No matter how many I return, no matter how much I pay in overdue fees, their numbers only rise. And I'm looking for my phone, just to see if the library's still open. Even though I'm scared of the countless messages it must have collected over the week. I've been hiding in my room for days now, wallowing, loathing, watching TV. After salvaging a pair of striped boxers from the depths of my laundry basket, I sit for a while, sliding the fabric gently through my fingers. Despite all the damp, the boxers have remained dry, and it comforts me for some reason. The beautiful, dry cotton. I find my phone. 12 missed calls. The fogged up display reads. Quickly I dismiss the notifications. 12:33. It's late. Everything's so clammy here. I need to move quickly. On my way to the door, I gather as many books as I can, and in passing I grab a bag of beer nuts from the box under my desk. and as I traverse the city of Ryberry, I'm stuffing them into my mouth by the handful, as I can feel them drawing the liquor from my system. So is that why they call them beer nuts? Huh. I don't drink beer, so I guess I wouldn't really know. The hiss of an approaching bus shakes me from my thoughts. I sprint through the tunnel, across the traffic island, signaling the bus driver to stop. Just in time. And as I pay the man, I want to thank him, profusely even, for waiting, but somehow I can't squeeze even the slightest sound out of my throat. Not much later, a message from Bernard comes in. Just in case you've crawled out of your bunker, it's 2100 in the Otter tonight. Bernard doesn't give up easily. Probably still looking for someone for that stupid play of his. Lately, during my rides to Bremersburg, I've been giving in to an old fantasy I've had, a remnant of my childhood days. Looking out of the window, I imagine that everything that disappears from view behind me is somehow swallowed up by nothingness. As if the bus is riding out from the epicenter of a huge, pervading earthquake that pulls everything, trees, farms, meadows, into its destructive wake. As opposing vehicles is torn into pieces, a wind turbine splits apart, and I gloat at the sight of the cataclysmic trail of annihilation that I leave behind. Something powerful has drawn into my steps that cannot be ignored. What the hell? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds like a bunch of werewolves, fairies, and bats are outside having some kind of orgy. I'm used to the trucks, but I don't know what the hell that is. It's the music. Okay, sorry, I don't have my headphones on because sometimes the music gets really loud. I thought it was coming from outside. Okay, continuing on. But as I'm sitting here, fantasizing like this, I grow aware of a thirst encroaching on me. It bothers me to such an extent that I abandon my game. I've nothing to worry about. I should just go to the otter, dismiss the questions, and play it as it comes. Lars has a similar habit at times of disappearing off the face of the earth for a while. He does it when he has exams or a new girl. But I'd be sad somehow. But it'd be sad somehow. You shut yourself in your room for days on end, hiding from the light, drowning your sorrows. Around me, great pylons of steel protrude from the landscape. I blast them into smithereens. It should come from a place of beauty or woe. If I'd if I'd cried in grief, now that would have meant something. But this, for shame. The bus reaches the first suburb in the city. It's a working class district made up of modern, polymorphous housing projects that straddle the horizon in every direction. Whenever I've been away for a while, Bremersburg always makes an impression on me. That is pretty nice, though. Like, the art is so amazing in this damn game. You guys, bravo. After turning into the Astor bus station, I exit the vehicle. And as I swagger down the platform in a tormented gait, a tingling pride takes hold of my body. I'm back again, after all. Many a great man has caved under lighter pressure. I'm looking for something sharp. to keep me awake. What the hell? Christmas tunes and specials for mulled wine lull me into a false sense of security. No better way to spend the holidays than drinking alone. I want to sublimate, to slowly merge into thin air until there's nothing left but a dissipating white mist. Whoa. I pull out a heavy bottle from the bottom shelf. Old Gull, the label reads, and distilled beverage with whiskey aroma, and a smaller print below. It's a whole liter for only $12.95. Seems like a foregone conclusion. The lady behind the counter, late 50s, is staring at me from under her long gray hair with a worried expression on her face. And I wonder if there's a particular reason why she's looking at me like that, or if this is just the default face she makes. Sorry, guys. It can't be easy for her to work the register at her age. Her coworkers must all be college kids, coming and going with great futures ahead, and all the while she's just sitting there. $12.95, cash or card. I'm shaken from my thoughts. That's a big bottle you've got there. You have a party on tonight? No, I mumble. As I reach for my wallet, I'm drinking this one all by myself. Because I have a drinking problem. Those plump cheeks, her mouth, her wrinkles, they have a vague sense of familiarity about them that I just can't place. And now she's rolling the bottle in a sheet of tissue paper with great care as if she's wrapping an infant. I watch her do it, very tenderly. Her frightened expression almost gone. She's glancing at me with a motherly smile on her face. And somehow the whole image leaves a mealy taste in my mouth. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? There you go. Enjoy your weekend. I want to get out of here, but I feel an urge to say something to her, as she's making it all so personal. It's nice and dry up here, I stutter, while stuffing the bottle into my book bag. It's a strange thing to say. And as I turn to leave, I try to grab a napkin from the big pile on the counter, but they're all stuck together, causing half of them to flutter to the floor. I exit the store in a rush, leaving the mess behind. It's a dick thing to do. So our guy's obviously losing his freaking mind. He's depressed. He's drinking. I think he's gonna turn into that guy from what was that? Chapter 2? Part 2, probably? You know, the one that ran past with red on his lips and screaming like a nut job with all the other guys. Casually, as if have an appointment there, I step into a doorway. In vain, I attempt to free the bottle from its paper bandages, but I can't seem to find the opening. Losing patience, I tear free its neck, loosen the cap, and try to take a small sip, but it's heavy and spirit gushes out uncontrollably. I choke, drops running down my chin, my taste buds throbbing. I wipe my face with my coat sleeve and step down from the doorway. And we will stop there for the moment, of course. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell at the bottom, you know, the usual. We'll be having a new video actually aired tomorrow at 12, the usual. Every weekend we have a new chapter of something else, just to give you guys a heads up. So, see you tomorrow.